But to counter that sadness is the camaraderie of being back with those who are here tonight and who stood alongside me so many years ago. Rob Reiner, Billy Crystal, Carol Kane, Wallace Shawn, Chris Sarandon, and Mandy Patinkin, not to mention Robin Wright, looking as lovely as she did the first day I laid eyes on her. Then again, she has always set a rather ridiculously high standard for beauty, and that seems not to have changed. The only ones who couldn't make it were Christopher Guest and Fred Savage, who unfortunately were busy working on other projects. This is a night of red carpets and remembrance, of interviews and a screening filled with laughter and joy. It is also only the third time that I have seen the film in its entirety with an audience since its initial screening in 1987 at the Toronto Film Festival. That previous event, while successful, did not exactly produce the sort of response one would expect of a film destined to become a classic. Is it fair to call The Princess Bride a classic? The storybook story about pirates and princesses, giants and wizards, cliffs of insanity, and rodents of unusual size. It's certainly one of the most often quoted films in cinema history, with lines like, "Hello, my name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father, prepare to die." Inconceivable. Anybody want a peanut? Have fun storming the castle. Never get involved in a land war in Asia. Life is pain, Highness. Anyone who says differently is selling something. Rest well and dream of large women. I hate for people to die embarrassed. Please consider me as an alternative to suicide. This is true love. You think this happens every day? Get used to disappointment. I'm not a witch. I'm your wife. Marriage, that blessed arrangement. You seem a decent fellow. I hate to kill you. You seem a decent fellow. I hate to die. Death cannot stop true love. All it can do is delay it for a while. Never go in against a Sicilian when death is on the line. There is a shortage of perfect breasts in this world. It would be a pity to damage yours. And, of course, as you wish. Classic, a small word that carries enormous weight, although sometimes it's tossed around a bit too casually. A reputation earned over the course of time and given only to those rare films that stand up to repeated viewings. That being said, The Princess Bride has aged remarkably well. I think this is in part because of the quality of the writing, the directing, and the wonderful ensemble of actors I had the sheer pleasure of working with. Even though it is the fans who have truly kept the memory of the movie alive, each of us in the cast has remembrances of making the film, things that have stayed with us over the years. All of us have stories about encounters or moments, like being approached and asked to recite a favorite Princess Bride line. Mandy swears that barely a day goes by that he isn't asked by someone somewhere to recite Inigo Montoya's most famous words, in which he vows vengeance on behalf of his father. And I never let them down, he says. I read somewhere recently that a passenger on a plane was asked to leave the flight as his Montoya t-shirt bearing that infamous line frightened one of the passengers who had never seen the movie. After it was explained to them, apparently the t-shirted passenger was allowed to stay on the aircraft. Mandy himself has a long and impressive resume. The man has won a Tony, an Emmy, and countless other honors. But, like most of us at Lincoln Center tonight, he knows that someday his obituary will feature more prominently than anything else his affiliation with the Princess Bride. And that's just fine with him, as it is with all of us. There might be a shortage of perfect breasts in the world, but there is no shortage of actors who achieve a degree of recognition or fame due to the popularity, or in some cases the ignominy, which is an entirely different story, of a specific movie and their role within that movie. It can become a blessing or a curse, sometimes a little of both, depending on the circumstances. Over the past 3 decades, I've appeared in nearly 100 movies and television shows. I've been a leading man and a supporting actor, and worked in almost every genre. But whatever else I've done, or whatever else I might do, The Princess Bride will always be the work with which I am most closely associated, and Wesley, with his wisp of a mustache and ponytail, the character with whom I will be forever linked. not glory, which earned higher critical praise upon release.
To keep listening to this audiobook for free, click the link in the description. It will take you to a free Audible trial where you can listen to this and many other books for free for 30 days.